narcissists, parasites, hitmen, vampires came in disguise. So, this is the Happy Medium at Phoenix Rises, and I have a story for you guys today. So, this morning, the little crackhead brother, this is just mandated reporting. This is an update to the stories that you've already heard from the other ones. So, two warnings, trigger warning. I'm about to say some shit. Number two, if you have children in the room, do one of two things. Have them leave the room for what I'm about to say, or wait and watch me later because this is not for children. This is for the children who are barely surviving their own fucking parents right now. So, the same brother that we've been talking about who came in like a breeze, went back out like a breeze, he's been dragging a whole mess around him, but he's proved to be most helpful. He is very honest because he's got nothing left to hide behind and he's scared shitless of what's coming for him. So he thinks if he comes and confesses first, he'll get less of a sentence. Not true. But he did come inform me today that it was my mother who put a hit out on my fucking head because she is mad that I'm in her house. I'm in her mother's house. Guess what? It was a trap the whole fucking time. It was like they put my name on the wheel so that I would come over here to it and then I could be right on the bullseye of the target. First off, no one believed me. No one ever believed my mother. No one ever believed her mother. Second off, I'm constantly watching monitored. But now, let's just get to this. The twist of the story is not only has this piece of shit put a hit out on me, but for the last year straight, there has been a trail of dead bodies leading up to this bitch. My brother, my three brothers that were killed last year within a 6-month period. Two of our friends, siblings, they were also killed. Multiple girlfriends have been killed. So if I get right down to it, I think there's about 12 different dead children in the last year. And it was their parents. It was their parents. They were killing each other's kids. You do mine, I'll do yours type shit. These are fucking Satanists. These are goddamn monsters. These are wannabe witches and warlocks, but they're really just dope cooks. They're really fucking sick bastards who've been getting away with it for a long time. Well, I am the worst possible one to drag into this because I know what's up. I've known the history. I've known the people. I've been an eyewitness to all the rest of this shit, right? So, they drug me into it, and basically, I was the decoy. Like, pretty much, while everyone had eyes on me, they weren't watching her. While they weren't watching her, she's over here offing every fucking body, and this cult that she works for keeps her ass strung out, drug out. People, this is how bad it is. Even when the cops arrest her, they say, oh, she's so intelligent. She's so this, she's so that. Yeah, she's a perfect toy fucking soldier. Just wind her up and watch her go, right? Well, she has fucked up. Everybody involved in this has fucked up bad. It's coming in on them. My sister, my brother, and my mother have all been trying to take me out. Guess what? My brother lost his apartment this morning. My sister got her kids taken from her over drugs. My mom is nowhere to be found. Magically, all these people who did all this shit are coming up to me and asking me, have you seen your mom? Even the cops, have you seen your mom? So it's either I'm about to be indicated for her missing, hello, or I'm still the target. It doesn't matter which one. She just, poof, pulled a Houdini. Well, last year when this was happening to me and I straight moved out of state, I told you guys this. Run the videos back. This is not a made-up story. You guys have been following this shit as it happens in real time. So now that we've got the rest of it out, hello, darling. Now that we've got the rest of the story, we've got the rest of the character names, we've got the rest of the players for it, and we've got all the pawns and all the people moving the chess pieces, right? So it comes down to this. This woman has been selling her own family out. You know, most people only have a Judas in their family. How do you feel to find out your whole fucking family is a family of Judases? Like, you're the only one. You're the only Christ. Everyone else is, like, straight there for the 30 pieces of silver. I never claimed to be a Messiah. I never claimed to be any fucking thing. They threw me in the fire first. Literally, that woman handed me over to her pedophile dope cook fucking boyfriend as a toddler. And, like, the bitch is mad I'm not dead. 35 fucking years later, you don't need to still be chasing me around trying to have me killed. Bitch, you can die out here. Her little fucking rat children who are constantly helping the problem, I didn't do anything to anyone. It's like their refusal to stop trying to have me knocked off is knocking them off. Like, karma's making her rounds. These people who thought they would never be touched are getting touched the fuck up, okay? But here's the point. The point of me telling y'all this is because there are people being targeted, gang stalked, mind control, all the fucking everything that you ever hear that's a conspiracy is now starting to come out to the surface, right? Well, if it can happen to me, it can happen to you, or someone you know, or someone you fuck with. And people should be careful who they kill because they could get fucking killed back, right? I mean, I am not a killer. I am not out here just waging war on the streets. Matter of fact, the harder I try to just be a normal white lady minding my fucking business, raising my children, the more they go in on me. So, to the people who are wondering, why can you not get one foot in front of the other? Why does it seem like the whole world's out to get me? Unfortunately, the truth might be they really are. That they really are, and that no one believes you. And yes, the police are in on it, and yes, your family's in on it, and yes, everyone but you knows. And that's the reason you hear the chatter and the murmur, 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 and they're always coming to you, and they do fake checkups on you. No one gives a fuck if you're alive or dead. Matter of fact, you're worth more dead than alive. So, here's the problem. They were trying to get the house from my grandmother to my mother. Then they couldn't get my mom to sign off on it for them to have. So basically they couldn't get rid of her either. Now it's like, let's get rid of this bitch so that we can get back to the house. Here's the problem. If they get rid of this bitch, I'm the next one. I'm the next one that it goes to. So how many of us bitches do you have to get rid of? My mom, me, and my younger sister who just got her kids snatched today, they've been fucking with us, y'all. I will not be threatened in my own fucking home. Now, I have been getting chased around, hunted like a goddamn dog since I was a toddler. This is not news to me. I don't give a fuck. Y'all can all watch it all go up in smoke. We will all find out what happens in real time. What I do care about is to those of you who've been isolated to this point, scared to fucking death, and you cannot figure out where it's coming from, I believe you. I see you. I know. I'm going through it with you. But if they can do it to us, it can be done to them too. There are more of us than there are of them. This has been going on a long time. You're not crazy. You're not delusional. You have the receipts. You have the relocations. You have the jobs you've had to start and be chased out of. You have the fucking bills that have been turned on and off in your name. You've got every scam and scheme you could think of, top to bottom, pulled on you specifically. It's always, we need. And when you're not playing nice anymore and you catch on, it's time to get you in that dirt, right? Well, it doesn't matter how much you drag us through the dirt. It doesn't matter how much you try to bury the truth. It's not going down like that. This was already the thing. They already tried to hide their crimes, right? And they weren't expecting for those crimes to show right back up, right at the time they were at that crossroads, just about to shake hands with that fucking devil. How are you going to say a figment of people's imagination made you fucking do it? Being a piece of shit made you do it. Being a greedy motherfucker made you do it. Being disgusting and perverted in your mind made you do it. No one made you do it. That was a choice. A choice that was made over and over and over again. And to those who had nothing to do with it, no say in it, they were never around, and you have been the victim of these crimes over and over again, here comes your justice. Yes, they're mad. They want you to die. They are sending groups of people. And it must be embarrassing as fuck to send 30, 40, 100 people to take out one person and everyone walks away like, what was that? What happened? They fucked my shit up. My kid got sick. My house burned down. They were nowhere around me. Because what goes around comes around. Touch not my anointed. Do you think that it was by coincidence that I ended up here telling you now? No. Even YouTube will shush me all the time. It does it to everyone. I have a tiny network of starseeds and survivors who are the ones who will not be buried, will not be shutting up. It will be, here comes the sun. A fucking solar flare to cut through the lies and the delusions and to let you know this is not fake. Your experience is valid. The shit that has happened to you and is still happening to you is valid. But the higher ups, who this is their way of life, this is their bread and butter, they can't handle the change in the predator to prey relationship. Well, the prey don't want to be preyed on anymore. And the prey are not sitting here with their fucking hands clasped talking about, God, please come rescue me. Please, religiously, spiritually, you should be able to come and get me. No. They're beating you over the head with the Bible, which is a fucking spell book in the first place. And then you're spellbound into believing that you are the lunatic and you should honor these people. I'm telling you, people hide in the church all the time. You're in a bad marriage and you go to your pastor and you tell your pastor, what do I do? And he's like, well, just go back home and cover up your fucking bruises on Sunday because we shouldn't have to look at it. They're all in on it. They're all in on it. The reason you keep looking around and wondering why in the fuck they're purposely misunderstanding you, dismissing you, and just look, they're just, oh, you're probably just having a bad day. You might just be emotional. You probably took it wrong. You probably misunderstood. No, you probably didn't. You probably have your facts very straight. The scars are on your bones, even if you've died. A paleontologist could read your story. So, instead of us sitting back here acting like they didn't start a war to hide their fucking sex crimes and that they're not still trying to kill the fucking witness right now, then we're just being crazy and helping them do it. We're literally helping them do it to us. Let's don't do that. You guys, are probably not in the kind of situation I'm in. But I want you to know, if you are in the kind of situation I'm in, let me be a little light at the end of the tunnel. We're going to get out of this. Not only are we going to get out of this, they will be held accountable. They might as well stay right where the fuck we can see them at this point, because nobody's getting off this rock. Nobody. Because you know what? They've done this to us for so long that it's not like they didn't almost kill us. It's not like they didn't make us want to kill ourselves. And if they couldn't kill us and we couldn't kill ourselves, and we're all pushing for the same goal and it's still not happening, suffice it to say, it's not your time. That's not what God wants for you. This is a part of the plan, and the plan is unfolding, and everyone who was seen doing that to you has been seen doing that to you. So this is the time, the year of the fire horse, where God comes back with a vengeance. Karma comes back with a vengeance. The fucking bill is due. Those deals made with the devil, they weren't able to cash in. The fact that you're still alive right now means the sacrifice didn't go through, right? And so if the sacrifice didn't go through, their gods are an angry god. Their gods are vengeful gods. They said it themselves. Then they try to make you believe it. And unfortunately, you believing them makes them a god in your world. You don't want to do that. This reality is suggestive. If you take the swill coming out of their mouth as the gospel, then you will be sucked into their fucked up storyline. You'll believe you're the problem. You'll believe all these things that are being told to you so they continue to hurt you. Do not get your answers from the outside. Get your answers from the inside. With that personal relationship with God. The light, the source will tell you. Your gut will tell you. Your heart will tell you. What helped that little kid survive then? What helped that teenager think it through? What helped that young parent figure it the fuck out when they were intentionally trying to make it to where you could not figure it out? How many of y'all have been put in car crashes? How many of y'all have been overdosed? How many of y'all have had basically medical deaths that you came back from and they're like, that was weird. You were dead for 8 minutes, but you came back and somehow you're like healthier now. I had a car crash in 2019 where I literally died for 3 freaking days. Like, was knocked unconscious, came in and out of it for days on end. I have been someone else since then. And you know what? It's because my sad self, who was terrorized and abused by them, died. She wanted to die. She left. That sad ass girl left. But the one who came back, the one who remembers what the fuck they did to her, the one who remembers who all was in that story and what part they played, yeah. Some of y'all are already in the afterlife and you're investigating your own fucking death. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you. And it hurts when the evidence comes in and you literally have to look at the faces of your abusers, and it's literally every one of them are your family members. Every single fucking one of them are people that you loved. The devil does not come in all scary and dark, right? He's not red and scaly with a 5-brigaded tail. No. He's your baby daddy. He's your parents. He's your fucking kid you just can't get along with. He's literally sympathy for the devil. Someone who comes in hurt, feigning an injury. The people you've been trying to help because they know you're a light, you're a giver, you're someone who cares. Your heart is beating in your chest. That's God's heart in your chest. And they want it, they want to actually eat it and consume it. They want your body, they want your essence, they want your image, your likeness, your voice, whatever you have. Yeah, to don't do drugs, get the fuck off my channel. You can watch anybody else. I opened this with, if it's not for you, change the channel. If you have children in the room, have them leave. The shit I'm talking about has nothing to do with you. My problems aren't going to go away just because I have spectators. They'll probably increase. However, like I said, kindly, get the fuck off my channel. If I want to get high, I will. It's not for you. I'm not at your house hurting you. Move on. The other people watching this channel probably have to self-medicate. But when you're high, you can be discredited for anything. You can be called crazy. You can be called a liar. You can be called anything. And that's what they do. They break people down. They ridicule. They humiliate. They point fingers. They gaslight. But that's a projection of their own guilt, of their own knowing. 2 types of evil. The ones who do it and the ones who turn their head, right? So, instead of validating what I'm saying and having empathy or compassion, you, dark side, are over there. Don't do drugs. Should I also brush my hair? Should I change the background so you can hear me better? Fuck off. To those of y'all who deal with these kind of people, tell them to fuck off. You have the right to defend yourself. With extreme force, if it's being used against you, you have the right to pay no mind to it. You have the right to go live your life free of the bullshit of people who cannot manage themselves. The only reason these people are upset and out to get this whole family is because this whole family was one of the only few that had money in this town, and they put money back into the town, which is like a dying thing. And when they didn't want to play along anymore and they didn't want to push the agenda, they started just hacking people down where they stand, and it has never stopped. And if your family has been targeted by a cult or a coven, they don't stop. It's like a blood debt. It started with my grandparents. Like I said, refer back to my other videos before just jumping in on this page and saying you know the whole book. Started with my grandparents, moved on to their children, and has continued on to their grandchildren. That's why today, my sister got her fucking kids taken to DHS, by DHS. My brother had some hoe in his fucking apartment, because they always send tits and ass. My mother is supposedly missing, which she actually probably could be. But when the people she was trying to sell me out to are asking where she is, the police officer are asking where she is, and her own safe houses are asking where she is, there's a chance, nobody, no crime, right? They're going to get rid of her. I've literally watched the trail of bodies from last year till now, leading just basically up to this doorstep, and that's how I know I'm sitting on the bullseye. The difference between me and all of them is I don't do dark shit. I don't do fake magic. I don't do fucking drugs. I don't fuck whores. I have been married for 17 goddamn years and I have 2 fucking kids. I do my job. It is not anyone else's business how my job gets done, but trust me, I've been a subject of ridicule, speculation. No matter how good my job is, I've been treated like, did you fuck your way into this position? No, it was my skills. I'm used to being discredited. I'm used to being fucking laughed at, mocked, whatever. I don't think that those of you who are doing it are prepared to have it done back to you. That's the point of this message is, those who are putting out that ill intent and that ill will towards others, I don't think you're prepared for the consequences that are headed directly to you. It's not what I say, it's not what I want, it's that these people are testing the hand of God. They're doing the absolute most to just rock that fucking cradle, right? Because they want to see it, because they're stupid, they want to see it. Well, the people who have written up these religious dogmas, the people who have created these fucking rules that we're all subjected to, they believe that it doesn't pertain to them. Well, if you're the one that said we're going to go to hell for killing ourselves, then you're probably going to kill yourself and end up in that hell. Because you told other people that the only way to God is through Jesus. So there's no other way. So a deaf and a mute person who's never can't hear, what are you going to sign to them they need to get right with Jesus because they're not going to make it to heaven? It's fucking retarded. The things that are pushed on people to keep them trapped are retarded. So maybe you don't have a religious family. Maybe you don't have a spiritual family. Maybe you just come from a family of control freaks or really, really wealthy to where it's either you play by our fucking rules or you're disinherited. And I come from that kind of family. Play by our rules or you're disinherited. I don't give a fuck about the money. They've made it clear. I'm not getting shit and I don't care. So what? If it's blood money, I don't want it. I don't need it. I don't want the evil attached to it. I don't want to eat money that was stolen from other children's mouths. I don't want to help a funky ass DHS worker help someone take other people's kids that had no business having their kids taken. I don't want to be involved in people going to prison for things they never did. So, I'm not like them, and I cannot be bought, and I cannot be intimidated, and I cannot be forced into joining them. So that makes me a problem, and a problem that they are ready to get rid of. I am not alone, no matter what it looks like. Coming for me is just coming for yourself. I'm tired of these snakes scaring the rabbits. You're not a victim. You're aware. I am not a victim. I am a survivor. Now, I don't know that those who have done this are going to survive what they've done. I am no longer the place of refuge for these wayward relatives. My door is not open to anyone. And for the time being, I will continue to come on here and report facts because I don't have anything to hide. I wasn't involved in this. Your judgment doesn't concern me either because you should be judging the people I'm talking about. You should be looking for these fucking snakes in your own grass. You should be taking what I'm saying in and wondering, have you been a part of this? Has this happened to you? Do you know someone it's happening to? The fact is, it's easier to say that someone's lying or that they're crazy than to say they're telling the truth, because if you say they're telling the truth, you're then morally obligated to give a fuck. You then have to care. You then need to do something. So it's easier to say, I don't believe that. That's crazy. That doesn't happen to anyone. I don't think a million people have made up the same exact fucking story with different details because it's what a shared experience. We're all gonna get paid. The people that Epstein actually hurt, he didn't hurt them. They just want to get a check. They just want to be seen on TV. Yeah, it's only the corrupt who say stuff like that to defend the corrupt, because the innocent and the appalled are literally still going through the file dumps like, I don't want to look at it, I do not want to see this, but someone has got to see it, someone's got to look, someone's got to check, okay? And we don't all have the stomach to look at this shit, but some of the people who've lived it, you don't need to look. You don't have to be convinced, nor do you need to convince others it's happening. So, to the group of people who feel like you've told your story and no one's fucking listening and no one believes you, yes they do, but the group that you're telling it to are the ones doing it. So don't say anything else to them. Do not let your plans be known. When you relocate, don't mention that you're relocating. When you change networks completely, you're gonna have to be like to yourself. And they've already isolated you plenty of times. You've already had to fucking salvage and scavenge for what you can just to get by, so I mean you're used to that too, but obviously you'd rather live free than die a fucking slave, right? They don't own you, they don't own your soul, you don't owe them a blood debt, and I'm sorry the sacrifice didn't go through, it's gonna have to be them, because it's not gonna be us. Until next time, please keep tracking with me, because I'm sure there will be another update soon. Whether that update be, this is how A, B, and C played out, or let's go ahead and look back and see what I said on the last one, because I can only report the information I have, and since the information is constantly changing, readjusting, new names being added to it, other parts being erased from it, I just want to make sure I got my story straight. So a video blog and an audience does help that. What you don't know is that a year ago, I had to prove that I was being fucking sexually harassed at work by a rejected cop who became a security guard and had felonies and shouldn't have been able to get his guard card in the first place, but they did let him work there. He was literally trying to harass me, made mention of drugging me and throwing me in the back of his truck. I made so many reports that I had to leave the job for sexual harassment, and the EEOC opened a case on my behalf. That whole company is being sued. I didn't open the case myself. A fellow co-worker who was also being fucked over made his own reports, and then when they took his reports, he name dropped my name and was like, they were doing all this to her. You need to talk to her. And once they got both sides of the story, whole company being investigated, whole company being sued. Had to settle out of court type shit. Well, we didn't settle out of court because I wanted it investigated. So we will still be going to court for it. And so while that one has started and running congruent to this situation, in order to protect myself from what was clearly going on where I was, I moved to here. Well, it was a continuation. That was a shoving of. That was like intentional by design to push me onto the bullseye of this target. Because the plot and plan they had on my mother wasn't quite working out the way they wanted it to. They must have got deeper into that paperwork and realized even if they take her out, I'm next on the list. Even if I don't win it and I don't show up, my little sister's next on the list. So they've got my mother, myself, and my sister all tied up in who's going to get it, who's this going to. Secret sauce, they'll never get their hands on it. This thing would be tied up in escrow. Actually, my mom's a fucking pyro, and even though they can't find her, by the time she was sure no one was in here, she would just burn this house to the ground. No qualms about it. She would not be upset. My siblings would also burn it down, and they would not be upset. It's taken everything this family has not to burn this house down, only this house is the token that keeps being used against them. So basically, everybody's going to get out, or everybody's going to turn and fight in a united way. And since they've been fighting amongst themselves for so long, I don't see the unification coming. The only thing unifying us right now is they're trying to knock us off. So, I will stay in the light as I have done before, and when this all comes out, I'll say, see, I told you, I fucking said that. Actually, play back the tape because it was on there. Run it back to 3 months ago. Run it back to 6 months ago. Run it back to last week when I said she was letting air out of my tires and stealing my mail. Like, I have so much proof, it's stupid. And this storyline where they're coming and asking me, where's your mom, trying to indicate me in a way that's like, well, you're the last one to see her. That's a crock of shit. The police were the last one to see her at my house. They were the ones hauling her off. And then they let her back out a day later after saying they gave her felony charges. No one took her anywhere. They put her in holding and then let her go the next day. So everyone's like, she must be a snitch, how's she always getting out? She's not a snitch, she works for a whole fucking cult. whole coven, right? She's a part of a group, a network. That network extends beyond just a biker gang and a police department. Regardless, like I said, she was born into this, but she's very useful to them as a drug addict who doesn't ask any questions as long as she gets to be the center of attention and stay high. So she's not hard to manipulate. But because she's making it hard on them to take her father's house, they're getting tired of her shit. So they pretty much sent her to attack us. When me and my other two siblings said, I don't think so, put her out the house, shut the door in her face, that's when they decided we're going to have to go deeper. We're going to have to go more. So she gets an altercation with me. She gets put out and gets a felony charge for assault and battery in front of minors, but still, like I said, doesn't actually get locked up. Then she makes herself my brother's problem. My brother feels bad for coming over here, using me up and leaving, is like, I'm going to give her my apartment. The girl I got the apartment for already cheated on me, so I'm fucking don't want to be here. I'll let mom keep the apartment for as long as I paid the rent on it. So he tries. And a couple days later, this bitch is throwing furniture off the balcony at passerbys. No one stops her. No one takes her to jail. She's just like this fucking feral animal, right? Their toy soldier. Okay, so she's went from there to another old lady we know she's always off and on taking care of. Well, she helped that old lady burn her sister's house down a couple years ago. So that's why the old lady's always fucking letting her in. But the last time I had the altercation with her and the cops, the old bitch showed up and was trying to tell me I have to let her in. And I told the cops, so you're going to let the fucking serial arsonist and the retard come in my house where my kids are? I'm not going to. That old woman couldn't believe I said that. And I said, you know, you guys have been airing your fucking secrets out to me all year long, trying to get me to be on your side. Y'all all think I'm like you, so you keep airing your shit out. Meanwhile, I've got meticulous record of everything y'all been doing and saying. Everybody in this story has blood on their hands. So, her ass, I thought would be at the old lady's and told the old lady, look, if she shows up here, she has pissed everyone else off. They're trying to get her. They're really trying to get her. So then she just, poof, disappears. I don't know where she is. The old lady doesn't know where she is. My brother doesn't know where she is. And the police don't know where she is. Well, I told the police officers, she went from my house to your car to my brother's house to the old lady's house, and none of y'all know where she is now. Well, here's the thing. My nosy ass neighbor who is obsessed with me, and I mean fucking obsessed, she's a weirdo. Her and her boyfriend sit on the porch and just stare holes into my house. Very odd people. But that neighbor is in witness protection because she's hiding from the cartel. Her and her family stole a bunch of money from them. They killed her fucking dad, so she had to come here from Tulsa for witness protection. So it's a whole shit show anyways. But she's got a ring on her doorbell facing my house that she's constantly watching, and then she lets it slip. I saw you and your mom arguing. I saw you on my ring. It's like she's watching her favorite TV show. I said, well, fuck it. This should be public knowledge. Free for everyone to know. And since she continues to watch me, she also saw, Ivan, go in there. She also saw me and my mom in the altercation and the police officers take her off in their car. So it is literally on camera every time I have seen her or she has left. It's also on camera that she showed back up with my brother in my brother's car. So everybody involved who's trying to point a finger actually has all the fingers pointing back at him. All these people who are trying to tell information, like trying to run to me and hurry and tell me, motherfucker, you're just trying to confess, like I said, to lessen your sentence. Like you're scared of what's about to happen to you, so you want to hurry up and come tell your side of the story. The thing is, it's not me fucking them up. I'm still sitting right here having to be wife and mom. I'm still having to do the chores. I still have to do the routine. I don't even have time for this shit. But because there's so much of it, so many, so often, the best thing I can do is document it. I can track and report it. I can keep up with it. And then basically, this shit is like the Hunger Games. I mean, fucking send a sponsor because I'm going to need a salve dropped to me out of a tree by an owl. This is just stupid. It's stupid. I'm going to get out of this. Y'all's going to get out of this. Where there's a will, there's a way. And God's got your fucking back. These people are going against God. They're not just going against you. Alright? You're a placeholder. Your vessel is God's pawn. Being moved around that board too. And everybody who's doing it to you is going to have it done to them. In spite of their best efforts, they have been trying to kill me since I was 3. I'm 35. That's a lot of years of failure. Those 32nd degree Masons and 33rd degree Masons ain't gonna fucking make it. Not gonna make it. The family members who got a knife ready for me, not gonna make it. They're gonna fall on the sword they got drawn for others. Like I said, will not be threatened in my own house. I've got fucking kids to protect. I've got siblings to protect. I've got old people to protect. Disabled veterans, widows. When I'm not doing this, having to talk about this, you'll see my other humanitarian works because that's what I'm wired to do. I'm wired to fucking help people. I'm wired to run right into that fire and pull you out of it. But I cannot go down in the ditch with them anymore, and I cannot get drowned for them. It's going to have to be them this time. And if you're the kind of person who has a nasty habit of throwing yourself in front of the bullet for others, don't, because they're trying to get you. That's what they're trying to get you to do. They're trying to take everything you have. They're trying to discredit you, run your name through the dirt, just basically make you look crazy or feel crazy even if you don't look crazy, right? I'm on my shit all the time. I've been the same person the whole time. There's just like a gradual elevation to what I was supposed to be doing and what I needed to do even the hard way. With no help, with no structure, no support, no positive reinforcement. As a matter of fact, whole fucking team working against me. That does not matter. I do not need these assholes to agree with me to know what the truth is. I do not need people to validate their bad behavior. They don't have to agree that they did this for me to know that is the truth. You did this. I mean, the proof is right there by what is happening to you, by what you're going through. I can tell you're the one who did this. So, since karma is coming back so hot and heavy, if you've been getting attacked and you're wondering who the fuck is attacking you, your attackers are starting to get attacked. So watch. Just watch. Whatever it is that's happening to them, that's the exact thing they specifically were trying to do to you. Say that they have a car crash and you had been having a lot of car problems. That's the one who caused you the car problems. Say you're having relationship problems and now they got an STD. That's what your relationship problem was. Like, you're gonna see by what happens to them who the fuck was responsible for what. I'm not just going to stand back and watch. I'm going to report on what is happening. I'm going to make sense of this detail, but I'm also going to clear the air. This confusion, these headlines, these false reports, these false accusations, these inheritance fraud, the money laundering, the whole fucking thing. It may be see something, say something, but who are you going to tell? If the people you're telling are the people who are involved in it, then that's not who you're going to tell. So anyone who's ever been, and I hate to say this, trigger warning, anybody who's ever been sexually assaulted and then told on your perpetrator and there was nothing done about it, motherfuckers still live happily ever after in the same house they did it in, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of evil I'm talking about, and the reinforcement and the perpetuation of a cycle to where it's like, no one believes you. No one cares. So what? What justice? Oh, you got hurt, boo-hoo. Well, it's like people don't understand until it happens to them. They do not have any empathy or sympathy until it happens to them, and there are people who think that they are above having things happen to them. Why do you think we see the billionaires fighting right now? They thought it would never touch them, it would never get to them. We got leaders kidnapping leaders at this point. What do you think they'll fucking do to us? They don't give a fuck about the peons. It's up to us to help each other. And so to the dickweed who says, don't do drugs, how about you get on some drugs and live some fucking life and then see if you need help at the end. And when you do, don't ask nobody. Don't ask anybody. You don't need medical help. You don't need therapy. You don't need anything. You're just trying to fuck yourself up. I'm so sick and tired of people discrediting other people's experiences because of A, B, C, or D. You know what? When you've been set up to be A, B, C, and D, you're the fall guy. You're the one put in there for that. You were groomed for that. You were trained for that. You had handlers for that. Not everybody who has groomers and handlers has to be famous. All you have to do is be intelligent. All you have to do is be valuable. All you have to do is be a little bit different. Stick out a little too much. They will chop your fucking head off. But not before offering to let you sell your fucking soul, right? I'm not for sale. I am not for sale. My essence is not for sale. What's mine will always be mine. What's yours will always be yours. And that shit they stole better come back, because they have created a storm for themselves they cannot get out of, and the evidence is everywhere. The evidence is stacking up, and I'm telling you, the bodies are about to stack up. It's like something weird's going to happen, and the vault's going to crack open, and all their buried lies are just going to come out. Like, oh, this is weird. We found an elephant graveyard of all these fucking victims from the same one group. There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. This is baggage claim. If you did it, you're going to be called that. This is that time. So, if you got shit to hide, you better start making right with whoever you need to make right with right now, because it's going to be told on you. It's going to be shown on you. It's going to be held over you. Listen, people who mean well and have done their absolute best to do right by others still have secrets. And you shouldn't have to live with secrets. I'm telling you right now, the download people, the download gay people, I hope that you have the courage to come out of the closet, because if the door is about to be yanked open with or without your permission. To the people who have fetishes, to the people who do sneaky cheating shit where you got fucking naked pictures of you on someone else's phone, be prepared for that to be blasted. Like, be prepared for your shit to come out. Hopefully, you don't have a bunch of shit on your collar. You're not as dirty as the rest of them. But this is the spin cycle, okay? It's all going to come out in the wash. It's all going to come to light. Everybody's everything is going to come to light. It will not be hidden. And once it's not hidden, people are going to be entitled to their true reaction. They're going to actually be able to respond from a place of authenticity, because being lied to does not give you the chance to feel your real feelings and respond in a truthful way. Someone who's telling you they love you but cheating on you, you keep wanting that to be the truth, so you stay with them instead of them saying, I can't fucking stand you, I've been wanting to leave you, that's why I do this fucked up shit, hurt your feelings, don't come home till whenever. Yeah, I do a lot of stuff to fuck with you. If they were that honest, somehow your mind could comprehend the why are you doing this to me. And the truth is they hate you, they're jealous of you, they just wanted to. But at least they told you. And then, instead of you being confused, thinking it's you, internalizing it, reinterpreting it as, what did I do to them, what have I done? You would actually have the accurate response of, fuck you. You can't be around me anymore. You never loved me. I should have known that. And so you get the truth. And once you have the truth, you can respond from there. When you don't have the truth of things, you're still living on a hamster wheel, because you can't get down to the bottom of it. You don't have your facts straight. It's time for everyone to get their fucking facts straight, because we're all being called to the carpet. We're all gonna have to confess. And I'm telling you, a lot of people's shit is so bad it's unspeakable, but then there's other people's shit it's so run-of-the-mill, it's so vanilla that your penance is like paying a seatbelt ticket or a parking ticket. You're not going to get super fucked up by karma. Your penance was pay the ticket. Your penance was have that done back to you. Well, when it's have that done back to you, but you was killing people's kids, how many kids do you have that they can take from you? Right? So there's some crimes, there's some stuff that can be done that is so much worse than what we normally see, that we don't even know how to convict for it yet. Like, we don't have a scale for that yet. Death penalty exists, but how often are you allowed to issue it? How many of these fuckers can you jam into one spot knowing that they all got to line up to be taken out? Or are we just going to let them live out the rest of their grimy, shitty-ass lives for, 25 to life, 40 to life, and house them and harness them and feed them in a prison like we do now? There's no reform for predators. And when they can use, I don't know, the brokenness of people from traumatic backgrounds, fatherless homes, drug addict homes, motherless homes, orphanages, all that shit. You use people's trauma. The fucking crack is where the darkness gets in. Oh, you've been abandoned by your mother? Well, we'll just send hitman hoes. You've been abandoned by your father? We'll send hitman dudes. You've always wanted to be seen well at your job? Well, we'll give you a title that makes you feel top of the world, top of the pyramid, but really it's as unethical as it gets. You're being paid not to know what your job is. Shocking truths are about to come to the surface, and you will feel some kind of way about it. It's how you respond to that truth that's going to fucking change the trajectory of the future. It's not just me. It's not just you. They keep us so isolated and separated from each other, no one can find each other and say, me too. I'm about to get out of it too. Don't be scared. You've already survived. This is a last-ditch effort to try to make you take yourself out or run off and hurt yourself in reactive abuse. Do not let scare tactic news get you. Don't let them make you run again. Stand around, turn around, and face that motherfucker. Tell the monster under the bed to get out. Tell the motherfucker in the closet it's time to go. You're not a little kid anymore. You're not scared of this shit. God's with you. Your ancestors are with you. The ones who walked before you and fell down in the very same hole, the very same trick, and the very same trap are not going to stand back and watch it happen to you now. You do have someone to count on. Tell someone. It's not that no one will believe you. You need to broadcast outside of your own network. You need to tell someone who's not connected to anyone else that you know, and try to work quietly from that separated place, like at a distance. Do your research. You might have to go so far as to say nothing and just walk off in the middle of the night. You might have to leave everything behind and restart somewhere else. If you're going to have to do something like that, I suggest you take your social security card and your birth certificate with you, because those things are hard to replace, and when you go to replace them, it makes you easier to track. defend yourself. We will defend each other. The strong protect the sweet. Don't be scared back into their hands. You can do this. Even if you got to go alone, go alone. Go now and go fast. I love you. The next time I'm on here, it'll probably be another receipt. It'll probably be a grocery list of who all got caught and how it happened to them. But y'all stay tuned. Karma is literally kicking ass and taking names, and she didn't miss any addresses. So until next time, I love you. Bye.